Benedict, we're hearing there about furloughed workers or workers who are on leave because of the crisis. Most of those announcements, a lot of the announcement really focusing on jobs, wasn't it?
Indeed. So this is really the second phase of these announcements by what is called here the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the Finance Minister, Rishi Sunak. An extraordinary crisis, of course, caused by the pandemic and economic shutdown, since we were in complete lockdown across the UK since the 23rd of March. And there's only the beginning of the easing happening in the last few weeks. So a complete blow to incomes, to job prospects, and of course to the UK's economic future. So this second stage of the coronavirus recovery plan did indeed focus mostly on jobs, although there were announcements, other announcements we'll come on to. But as far as the job retention, we were hearing it there. The Chancellor announced this new job retention bonus for employers who bring back furloughed staff. So £1,000 would be given per employee that is brought back. Apprenticeships. There is a real fear, as well as the huge fear of a rising unemployment, possibly up to 3.5 million by the autumn because of jobs not being there anymore, businesses closing down, just not making it through this pandemic and this crisis. There is a real fear amongst the unemployed of a huge unemployment in youth. 700,000 school leavers are about to enter the job market. What an incredibly challenging time for them. So plans include a £2 billion scheme to create thousands of job placements for young people.
So jobs, as you said, the major focus, but other economic issues were touched on during that speech as well. Benedict, tell us more about that.
Yes, so major announcements. Let's remember, this is a Conservative government. It's not a Labour government. This is unheard of, unthought of, and unprecedented, of course, all caused by this COVID-19 pandemic. So stamp duty, good news for people who want to sell or buy homes. The Chancellor announced a temporary change to stamp duty, immediately increasing the threshold to £500,000 until the end of March 2021. A big VAT cut. We know that the hospitality and tourism industry have been hugely affected. So Rishi Sunak said the hospitality sector was going to get a cut in VAT on food, accommodation and attractions. VAT will be temporarily reduced from 20% to 5%. That will begin next Wednesday, 15th of July, and it will last until January the 12th. So from 20% to 5%, that is huge. A £2 billion scheme also to do with the environment and green efficiency. Green Homes Grant, it's called, to help make homes more energy efficient. Also to create green jobs. That's very important. That was unveiled. And in an extraordinary measure that I think will be quite popular, the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. So anybody who wants to come here and do that, a lot of support for the high street and the hospitality industry. Basically from Monday to Wednesday, for participating businesses or in participating businesses, you'll be able to get a 50% reduction just for the month of August, but it's up to £10 per head, in fact, on sit-down meals and non-alcoholic drinks. So that's for restaurants, bars, cafes, and I think we'll find that pubs that don't yet serve a lot of food are suddenly going to get into the food business. So the reaction from Labour has been overall to support these announcements, but they say it doesn't go far enough. They really wanted the Chancellor to announce what they call a back-to-work budget. So very challenging times. Many people will lose their jobs, and that's the real focus here, both of the government, of the opposition, of unions, and of businesses. Some businesses already. I mean, every day we hear, last week there were, in 24 hours, 12,000 job cuts announced across, whether it's the aviation industry, the hospitality industry, the theatres that aren't able to open up. Still very challenging times. And of course, the UK, as we know, one of the world's worst hit by coronavirus deaths, more than 44,000 in hospitals and care homes. And with excess deaths, we can add another at least 20,000 to that. So very challenging on the sanitary side, less so now, but huge and economically huge mountain climb, more hardships to come.